So how you
Yeah.
been? How's family and life been for you?
Been good. We're hanging in there. You know, blessed. I mean, I can't complain. I've got, wonderful kids and an amazing husband, and everything else will eventually fall into place, right?
Yeah,
What
everything.
about, yeah, what about you?
Yeah, everything has been a little bit hectic with works because um, I run a couple of companies.
Yeah.
I do want to make sure that I show up for you guys because I want to see you guys growth, and as always, I want to invest into you guys and into your company in the future.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely something that is different about you and the entire team that you've created, right? I've had a couple other Amazon courses that I've taken since 2016, I want to say. But definitely, I do feel that you guys have a passion with helping others succeed.
Absolutely, and that's why we're here, But I seem like you're also the OG in Amazon. Like that's a long time.
Yeah, no, real estate has just always kept me busy, And, there's that saying, if you don't make room for something new, then nothing changes, right? And so, I think with the whole pregnancy and how I had to slow down in the market, actually a blessing in disguise, right?
Mhm.
It's allowed me time and space to kind of really focus on this. And so, yeah, I'm here. I finally made it after what, a year and a half. We've launched and just trying to figure out, I guess, how to fine tune things to kind of really get going.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I know that you juggle a lot with your personal life, your real
Mm.
being a mom or a wife, and that's why we're here to support you. And don't stress about whether you delay or not, but because at least you make it further than most people who just put it on the back burner.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Awesome. So regarding to I noticed that you mentioned about the current market. So are you still heavily involved into real estate too, or you have starting to make more time for yourself and for this journey? Because this journey,
Mhm.
just like any other journey, just like your real estate from the very beginning, it
Yeah,
times and some effort and dedication to really get it to be fruition. Um,
yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I kind of don't have a choice with real estate, right? So like, I mean, I had a closing in December and then nothing for 4 months and then I had a closing just a couple days ago. If it was up to my husband, he would be like, "Hey, just focus on Amazon. He's taking care of all the bills right now." But unfortunately, I think I've let my credit cards lapse for a year now. So I have creditors that are, uh, what is it, writing me letters about suing if I don't pay
for which for what
for my credit cards. So,
you using that
um,
credit card for?
well, so real estate wasn't just slow in this last year. When I was pregnant, I was on bed rest quite a bit, right? And so I didn't work a whole lot, and then we had a baby, and we didn't have a baby shower. We were very private with our second one, and so we had to get everything again. And so I knew my financial situation, so I kind of started putting all the baby stuff and the Amazon course and all of that on my card. Like me and my husband, we keep things separate. Um, and I kind of like it that way, to be honest. But yeah, so I just started charging everything. Then I had my baby in March. And then I think April, I had to kind of like just stop paying for stuff. And so it's been a year. So in December, my closing, I actually took care of one card. It's paid off. I just took care of another card. I've got like four more cards. Um, they haven't um, written a letter about transferring it to an attorney yet, so I'm okay. But yeah, no, I mean it is what it is. So if it
Yeah.
was up to my husband, he would just say focus on Amazon, but I do kind of still have to take some transactions if they come my way just to pay off my cards, and then I'll be probably done with real estate life, to be honest. It's just too much. I'm homeschooling, we're homeschooling. I don't want to be like my parents, Asian parents, right? Like I grew up like hustling in my parents' salon. So I really want to have a different environment for my kids. So I think I'm gonna be done with real estate if we could just get this going.
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel you on that because in the past I was also partially involved in real estate.
Hmm.
Whatever going on now with the whole situation, it's
Yeah.
just not that's that way of getting rich before is not viable in today's world.
Yeah.
And number two, very important, is that even though your husband tell you that he take care of it and it's great of that too, but it's gonna be still the burden is still on your shoulder because if you're not able to push through,
Hmm.
and if you see him stressed, you also get stressed.
Yeah.
That's not just him; it's more of like a teamwork together. So
Right.
if you first, I will make sure that I write down a plan of how to pay off the credit cards and the fees
Hmm.
that occur all from, let's say, the past, from, let's say, your pregnancy, from your past real estate, your living expense as you were taking the whole year off, as
Hmm.
the, whatever, anything else like courses and stuff. So
Right.
that way you have a clear plan of action because if not, you guys just going to continuously worry about it. Because
Yeah.
many times we tend to overthinking because we don't put it down on paper. And many a times we, I would say, my mentor, and I take it to heart, is when you write things down,
Mhm.
70% of your problem has been solved. So why I share that? Because if not, that's gonna be still the burden, and on top of it, when you start growing your Amazon business, it's not gonna be fun, knowing that you're from a scarcity mindset coming into it.
Right. For sure.
So have you and your husband write down the plan of action to pay off the credit cards?
No, but like I said, I think, because with Bank of America, I had like three and the balance was like 34K. And so that is the biggest chunk. Um, and they've agreed to a 2-year plan, with I think like 680 something that I've already started a couple weeks ago. So that's the biggest chunk. They've settled for like 15K for the three cards together. And then I just have one more card after that. So, I think as far as my side, I think I have it pretty clear. I've got some potential listings coming up, but just nothing that's in the funnel that's set to close. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I think I'll be able to pay off a lot of it, if not all of it,
yeah,
by the end of the year.
yeah. So I love to hear that, and that's great. But as always, I would love to make it as an action item for you to write that down, okay?
Okay, I'm taking it
Because yeah,
down.
because if not, it's gonna be extremely hard for you to catch up with me and the entire journey. As
Mm.
in the future, growing a company is not something that there's a lot of moving parts, and you have to plan things down. So it's better to start now than later and
Right.
start enforcing the habit. So one of my action items for you is I'm gonna enforcing you to write down your debt consolidation plan, which is you already have it in place. You need to write it down, and I
Okay.
promise you it's a lot easier because what happened if, let's say, you got into something, let's say, unfortunately, let's say, accident happened. At least you have something like written down for someone else to execute, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I promise you.
Right. For sure.
So that's number one. And right now, based on what you share, you already consolidate all the debt into one loan with Bank of America, and the amount was 15,000, right?
Yeah, they've agreed to settle around 15,000 and some change from 34,000. And then I just have another card with,
Did they send you to collection?
oh yeah, it's been a year. So
Oh,
it
that's
yeah, it's been in charged off and in
you
collections.
know you know what? This is you have to decide, okay?
Mhm.
But yeah, but you have to decide, okay? But like for me, as someone that leverage credit cards,
Mhm.
if I, they already send that to collection, then even you pay it off, it's not gonna fall off your credit report. Promise you 100%.
Yeah, being in real estate, I have someone who can clean it up.
Yeah. So
Um,
if yeah, same. That's what I was about to say. If you
yeah.
want to clean it up, then I would not recommend to pay them because you can make use of that money for a lot of different things, and they cannot sue you because I haven't heard someone like for me in the past. Okay,
uh,
50,000 dollars
yeah.
I bill for businesses, and yeah, which I if they didn't. I'm glad that they didn't send me into collection because one of my real estate, it was in real estate too,
Okay.
and they were give me like pay over time payment. Do you know that there's an option like that?
Pay overtime payment with the creditor directly or with the
Yeah,
collection?
with the credit
Okay.
card, with the creditor directly, which is Bank of America, because I have relationship with them.
Uh-huh.
So one of my real estate transaction went upside down. So I own about $40,000 worth of renovation, 45,000, and I don't want to withdraw my cash from other business. So that's
Uh-huh.
why I call them up for that business, and they give me a pay over time option at I think 3% or 4% over the 5 years period.
Oh, I didn't know
So they
that.
didn't send me into collection at all.
Huh.
Because if they send me to collection, the next step I would do is I'm not going to pay them at all. And,
Uh-huh.
um, you can clean slate it, just like what you just shared earlier. You know someone that can remove that. So there's someone that can remove that too. But that's like the worst scenario if they decide to send you to collection. Right
Right.
now, which they do already, so you may as well not paying them because they put money
Yeah,
in there. So.
so I'm a little confused too because what they're doing now, and I think maybe a lot of laws have changed because so many people have been doing it. So when they send it to collections, what I'm understanding is they're only sending it to this company for like, let's say 6 months or 3 or 4 months. And if they can't resolve or collect anything, then it actually goes back to Bank of America, and then they send it to another company and so forth. And I guess I kind of got nervous because Discover sent me a letter threatening to send it to an attorney. So,
They're more welcome to do that because remember the money that you send is like chump change to them, and an attorney fees now is not cheap. They're not gonna waste time on it. But
okay.
that's one of the tactics that they would use. We'd call it threatening.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the tactics. If
Okay.
they were able to settle in pay over time, then it wouldn't hurt to pay them. But because it's also on our side too because you like for me, I have to proactively talk with them. You know. But
Uh,
where you are now, I would say, um, no, I was personally, this is what I would feel like, okay, which is you
okay.
already knew. But
Uh-huh.
it's up to you because I'm not gonna, this is not financial advice.
Right.
This is from my own personal experience. So
Okay.
I'm trying to make use of that money for something
Yeah.
because it's not like 1,000, it's 15,000.
Yeah. I hear you.
Use a lot with that thing.
Right.
It could be a family trip to Hawaii. I'd
Yeah.
rather, I'd rather laugh from Hawaii while this is in the collection, you know?
Yeah.
You live in America. You're not living in Vietnam. You're not living, let's say, in Asia where they can come after you. So, and
Yeah.
you put money out in there. So, and they're not going to go after you for a small amount.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So it's your decision. And again, I'm not here to tell you to do that. You do it on your own, at your own thinking. I mean,
Right.
your own suggestion.
Risk, yeah, own risk and
Yeah, but I did one before
Uh-huh.
because, like I showed you, the business they always risk, and and if you talk to so many business owner, some like it's like a non-negotiable thing that sometimes we have to all do it once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
So make sure that you consider that to
Yeah.
spend that money wisely. $15,000 is not it's not easy to make.
Yeah, I mean like six, $700 a month. Like I can't even afford it. Like after Chase pulls out like 7,100 because I've agreed to settle with them with this lump sum, so they've already taken that out. I only have like about $3,000 left with nothing in the
So
fund.
right now, yeah, right
Yeah,
now, F the bank. That's it.
yeah. Okay.
Screw them.
Okay.
Because remember, they
Mm,
they got nothing for. They are just. I mean, I'm screwing them in the back end.
right,
If they did, yeah, because they did you send you to collection, so may as well screw them up.
right. Yeah. No, that's great advice. That's what I wanted to do, but then I started getting nervous with the attorney letters. Um, but yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, like, if it does get to that point, I'll just negotiate with the attorney at that point. But yeah, no, I appreciate
Yeah, like
your
I shared with you,
advice.
you have to talk to experienced people, and
Uh-huh.
not say that I'm experienced, but
Mhm.
I've been through once.
Right.
That, I don't want you to take. That's why I don't want you to take my word for it. But find out. I know some people like last time,
Uh-huh.
last mastermind. I brought in my mentor. His name is Sung. He was got into collection for like hundred of thousand, and he
Wow.
almost 100,000, and he screwed him. He's not paying it everything back, and he just clean slated.
Wow. Was that long ago though? Because I just heard that creditors were so much more lenient, years ago, right? And then maybe after COVID or whatever happened, I think they're kind of tightening up on a lot of stuff. So,
So that's why I told you to find out, because if you do it right, you
mhm,
make $15,000 or more,
right, right, yeah,
and you can use that to grow something else. Because right now you pay them, right?
yeah,
Nothing gonna resolve.
right,
And right now with the attorney, how do you know that it's like 100% that they're gonna send that to an actual legit, or they just have someone to write a threatened letter and
yeah,
pursue it? That's why you want to fact check that. Because
right,
if it go right, you save $15,000
uh,
to take care of, like to grow and build something else that make money. And
right,
eventually in the future, when they cannot reach out to you anymore, eventually they'll give up, and you walk back in the bank and say, "Hey, I know that I screwed you in the beginning, but hey, I'm here to do business. I'm gonna make you more money, and we can start fresh again." And just pay them as it should.
yeah, yeah, makes sense. I appreciate your transparency on that. And I think I'll take your advice, or sorry, not advice, but um, yeah, I think I'm going to do the same and just kind of see how far it will go and just have.
Oh, yeah, don't take
I
my
know, I know.
uh, do the
It's
research.
not advice.
Do research.
Yep.
Do research, and you like you shared earlier. You have someone that know how to clean slate this thing, like remove the collection from the credit report. These
Right.
are the people that you need to talk more to, but make sure that they have record, because everyone can say, "Oh, I can do this," but by the time they open the file, nothing done.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but I would consider that.
Okay, I will.
All right. What else?
Oh, so I guess, talking about my product, right? I guess can I share screen with you? Is this how it works? I just ask you questions and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, it's like anything that I can help you move the business forward. As
Yeah.
a consultant.
So pricing, right?
Yeah.
So I
Can
guess
you share your screen?
we kind of launched. I'm sorry, what was that?
Can you share your screen?
Yes. So let me just see. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. So walk
Okay.
me, open Seller Board and Seller Central, and walk me through like an overall update first before we dive into the
Okay.
issue. And always start with some positivity, some good notes, so that way we can go into the meeting with abundance.
I was already logged into this, but okay, so here is my seller board. I launched on March 5th, and I've sold 4 units since then. And
That's good. Is that from organic or from the review?
one was organic,
Hmm.
and no, two was organic because it didn't say it was from the ads, and then two was from the ads.
No, when I said this, like, what
Oh,
is it from real customer or is it from
oh
your
yeah, yes,
way
real,
to do reviews automation
no,
review?
these are real customers.
So that's a good sign because I want you to understand the reality of a lot of new Amazon seller who start by themselves with no guidance. A lot of the time they don't see no sales at
Mhm.
all.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that somewhat you are right now. It seems like you are heading to the right start.
Mhm. And the first buyer, the organic buyer, he did leave a 5-star review. He did not go into the
Can you repeat the what you share? And again, on this call, usually you don't mention your product name or your brand name again.
Oh, okay. Um, but will they see this
Oh,
screen?
oh no, it's an
Oh,
odd.
okay. Okay, no worries. So yeah, like we had one organic sale and the guy did leave us a 5-star review without, the Manny Chat limit lifetime warranty thing. So we were really happy. That was a bonus. And then most recently we did get a return. Um, and it sounded like on the feedback he bought a larger product and ours was a smaller. And he sent back the smaller one saying it was too small and also said that the extra item that was in there wasn't in there. So, it's fine. It comes with the business. So I think, oh, the other thing
It
too.
paused you real quick.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, so usually I would recommend to first,
uh-huh,
um, so first having sales going in, especially with actual customer that buy your product and leave positive reviews, that
uh-huh,
is a good sign. Just like you are in real estate, when you make a transaction with a customer and the buyer came back and said, "Hey, I appreciate you a lot,"
yeah.
and that means the product itself has a good, at me place right now has
Mhm.
decent value that meet the demand.
Yeah.
So it's a good sign. That means that you're in the right direction.
Mhm.
Regarding to the returns, um, one return from many time we are not describing our product correctly on the website,
Mhm.
or we don't have images or comparison supported, and that is the nature of this kind of business that we do.
Right.
We are private labeling, and we're gonna have to expect to have returns. But just remember that the returns over time you wanna, as long as you're not above 10, depending on different product, okay? But for your product is in electronic, expect that it could hit as high as 20%, but ultimately working your way down to
Uh-huh.
10%, 5%, or even low is going to be good. And add into the insert card that if they have any problems, contact you first, make it convenience. Either have a phone number or an email. For me, I would recommend an easy phone number first, and eventually we can always switch it over to email. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but those going to allow us to talk directly to the customer, know the problem, improve on it, and proactively removing the situation, like resolve the situation to help
Right.
improve all the rate. Those are the 20% work that will move 80% result. You in real estate, you read that book 2080 already, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess one question I had is when a customer initiates a return, for some reason, Amazon doesn't alert you by emails, or do they? Because we didn't receive uh, an alert. Like I just happened to be looking in
They
account
have a
health.
report for you. They have a report for you in Seller Central
Uh-huh.
under the return section. Manage your inventory. Go to Seller Central.
Yeah, I finally found it, but you
Uh-huh.
have to constantly be looking at it. They don't just alert you by email like, hey, we received a refund request. Do you receive email alerts or?
Um, you have an option for it, but for me, I would not focus too much on it, right? Because unless you like have a tremendous number of returns, all
Uh-huh.
than that I share with you as always focusing on how can I making more sales, and then on a weekly I go into the report because we
Uh-huh.
are doing FBA, so everything is mostly automated by the cut by Amazon to receive the return back without talking to the seller. Because
Right.
the last time that you make a return to Amazon, you don't even contact the seller. That has already been there.
Got it.
And
Yeah.
Amazon, they would notify you through the report. I think there's email too, but
Yeah.
usually just don't bother about it rather than every week I set on my calendar to check the report
Uh-huh.
and see what are the voice of the customer
Right.
and see how can I proactively read that and improve on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I forgot to mention too that I've also uh signed up for some private sessions with Bernard.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we were supposed to, but I kind of went to his website and he's kind of like reviewed a lot of stuff and kind of dived deep into my keywords a little bit. I had a first session with him on Tuesday. And so I've used Data Dive to kind of tweak my listing title, and I need to make some other changes, but like in your recommendation as far as pricing, right? Because our target price is 189. And is it going to make more sense to just show 189 and then discount like 50 or $60, or reduce the price to 159 and then add another coupon? Like what is more attractive?
Yeah. So regarding Bernard, he is one of our external coach. He runs his
Okay.
own agency that we have good relationship and partnership with him
Uh-huh.
so that he can coaching our student because he run multiple $1 million Amazon brand.
Right.
So you are at your own will to using him
Okay.
with his own private session because on top of it, remember you do have the benefit
Uh-huh.
of having private session with our internal coaches as well, and this doesn't come out of your cost for like 3 times. So we do have
Oh,
about 3 sessions with our PPC coach who also running multiple 6 and 7 figure Amazon business.
got it.
So you depleted that because that is included in the package for you.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So that's number one. Number two, I want to mention that regarding to the pricing, I do have a pricing strategy recording in the module.
See?
Um,
Okay.
it's called pricing strategy. But to answer you on the surface, like slightly surface level and a little bit deep, it's gonna be the pricing usually indicating the quality of your products,
Right.
and there are pricing strategy usually. Like in Black Friday, Cyber Monday, most of the time pricing are a little bit gouged up, and then they discounted it down
Okay.
to number one, show that your product has quality based on the pricing anchor. Number
Uh-huh.
two, creating the sense of urgency as well as deal available for people to grab it. So for your situation, usually for many of our students, when we are doing the FBM reviews, I always recommend to price your product 30, like higher, way higher than the market price. Like let's say if your competitor, their price anchor is $100, right? I
Mhm.
usually do recommend FBM $150 and have your friend and family purchase that. And when your friend and family purchase that in the Amazon system, it registers that your product is worth this much. After a couple of sales, by the time you launch, you're gonna do a discounted price, which is changing the price, uh, adjust like adding a sale price section down to let's say 40% off. And on Amazon, it's gonna automatically have a strike through effects, which show the price anchor as well as a new price and the price tag of discount. So to answer your question, yes, the pricing effect would help improve sales because in the end, is a lot of it is psychology. But just one factor that you just need to be sure is your price has to be the sale price has to be realistic and it has to be competitive
Right.
because if your competitor and the smart kits are selling let's say for $30 and if you sell for a increase amount of let's say $40 or $50, it doesn't make sense for the customer because in the end the customer when they make a buying decision they want to find something that has values, something that have quality and a good of a deal for them.
Yeah, so our product is a little complex because it comes in different sizes. So there's 8 millimeter that sells for a lot cheaper, usually about 99 to like 139 price range. And ours is a smaller lens at 6 millimeter, and it's also a dual lens, right? So the starting price that I've seen is like 179 to like 259 and up. So I guess my thought process is maybe I've kind of like started the price too low. Um, and maybe I need to show like 189 with like a 40 or 50, 40 or 30% off, and then maybe add another
I would
coupon.
say, sorry for interrupt,
No,
but
no,
I would say right now, if there are sales coming in, just keep it as it is now and just gradually see,
uh
because that what I shared earlier wasn't one strategy,
right.
but your strategy, let's say you were just being upfront and honest with people, hey, this is my price, and it is cheaper. And if the market already react to it, which is, hey, okay, here's my money, then why not take that approach, you know,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
really gauge it and see it to see if yes, the sales continue to grow, let's say from one sales to two sale every other day. Can it become one sale a day? And can it grow to two sales a day gradually? Think of
Yeah.
it as a tree.
Yeah.
So that is another approach, which is the honest approach.
Right. Okay.
But
Um,
what Bernard shared with you though,
yeah, well, I haven't asked him anything about pricing. He pretty much kind of looked, he told me that SEO was going to be the most important and then keywords kind of follow after. So, he kind of taught me how to use this to kind of optimize my um, listing, to make sure that I can pull in organic. And then once I have the SEO right, then go back and start fixing my ads because he is saying that I should group only 10 keywords together per campaign. And the keywords that you group together should be similar. Um, like for an example, borescope camera with light, borescope automotive, because when you're kind of reviewing my ads, where am I at?
yeah, I understand. You don't have to
Yeah.
go.
Okay. So,
That is exactly what we also share as
okay.
well. as you don't want to give a group of, let's say, 10 keyword. Think of keyword as employee. You don't want to
Uh-huh.
give a group of 10 people a very small budget and asking all of them to go out there and perform.
Yeah,
So
yeah, 'cause
that's why 10 to 15 is an ideal number,
okay.
and that is correct. So, but
Yeah.
remember, everything the Bernard shared is exactly the foundation, and ultimately and importantly, the pricing is what make or break the business because you can rank for everything.
Uh-huh.
But if your pricing is not good or your review is not enough to showcase the trust, then people are not gonna buy no matter how much you rank for it.
Yeah.
So it's just go side by side, one or
Right.
another.
Yeah, I definitely need to work on my reviews. I think I have eight. The ninth
Show me
one,
your reviews.
eight. I should have
Show me
one.
your reviews, please.
Huh?
Show me the listing reviews.
Yes. Okay. So,
Just
oh, the
remember.
ninth one showed up.
Mhm. So, and you have 5 stars, so continuously improving on it. Remember, Olivia, the 20% rule here that move 80% business forward. For you right now, number one, pricing,
Okay.
because you did the part of the bundle already. I saw your listing has values already, and it's proven that people like it, what they see.
Uh-huh.
So right now, the 20% work for you is number one, your listing images. Your listing images look great, by the way. Your
Yeah,
listing
I
image,
had
your
other ones that I
your
just.
listing image, your um, your keyword for SEO, your reviews, your videos. Are you writing those down?
Yes.
Your reviews, your video testimonial, your pricing, and make sure that you maintain a 4.5 star and above. Those are the strongest lever that you can do because
Uh-huh.
you once you hit all of that, all you gotta do is stay consistent until this tree, this seed, which is now a baby tree, growing to a bigger tree.
Right. Okay. So the videos actually have to be testimonials. They've kind of just been,
Show me the video.
so these are like, of course, our videos that we did, and we send it to our friends and family. Um,
Yeah, you need some testimony from people. And don't hesitate to film yourself if you want to, or have a friend who is, let's say, camera not shy to do that.
uh-huh.
But these are what people want to see. They want someone who are in their shoe as a buyer to give a reviews, and that help people feel confident. Remember, if you want to fish a fish, think like a fish. So
Okay.
reverse your psychology. If you were a customer, what would you want to see to make a buying decision? And your listing is good. You do have that straight through pricing right there. That's what we taught you, which is 189, right?
Right.
You discount it to 159. That's a good deal already. And you
Yeah.
can throw in some more coupon, the green batch. Yeah,
Yeah, I have a 10% coupon, but maybe I'll up it just to see. But
yeah. You have to test it because we never know anything until we start testing. How do you know water is cold if you never dip your toe into it?
do you prefer the percentage coupons or the dollar amount coupons?
Like I share with you, if you were a
Uh-huh.
customer, what do you think is ideal? Remember percentage, it vary based on your price as well.
Uh-huh.
10% of your price right now is $15 to $16. 5%, no, $5, only $5.
Right.
So you have to asking yourself, what price makes sense? And
Yeah.
give the coupon accordingly to it. And make it easy for people to do the math.
Yeah. Okay.
And give up competitive pricing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, would you care about making even the littlest profit at the beginning with your discounts and to still factor in ad expense, or would you just say, hey, as long as I'm breaking even with the sales, it's okay if the ads are going to cost some out-of-pocket expense?
It really depends on people's situation. Let's say if you don't have a lot of budget to grow the street, then you are really price conscious about things that you do, right? But I want you to understand the foundation of this Amazon game is just like a 9 to 5 jobs. Just like with you as a realtor, for example, I'm just throwing an example of it. When no one know about you, what do you need to do? You got to do more showing. You got
Mhm.
to work extra hard without getting paid or getting paid the same commission as someone who worked less, but have a reputation, right?
Right.
The end goal is to build reputation. So my
Okay.
point here that I want to share with you is asking yourself what are your current situation? What are the budget that you're willing to invest into this on a monthly that allow this to grow, to build your reputation, which is your reviews, your sale velocity. Because
Yeah.
once those kick in, you're gonna see a huge lift on the organic sales, which is the sales that you spend $0 on ads for. And that is the North Star. That is what on Seller Board, if you click on Seller Board
Um, mhm.
and you click on the More button under the dashboard tiles, click on the
Oh,
More button.
oh, one more.
Yeah, under the net profit, there's more. There's the
Oh,
word. No, no.
no,
You see
sorry.
the range? You know where the net profit looks like?
Oh, here. Yes, sorry.
No worry. And did you sign up for the 2 month that we hooked you up with?
Yes, I did.
Yes. So click on the sales top.
Hmm.
You see right now you have $824 from organic, right? You see
Is
that?
that from FBA?
That I do not know. That's go down real quick.
Go down.
No, no. Exit out of that.
Okay.
So as you take a look down here, that sales is a combination of the units sold below. You see that, right?
Yeah, I
So
do.
you have 5 units sold from FBA, 2 units sold from FBM. So your actual customer purchase was from the 5, right?
Yes.
So what you can do is you can group by and just remove the FBM one.
Oh, okay. Just remove it from
And
here.
then the tile would allow you to see the sales coming from it.
Got it. Okay.
But that is the North Star for you to know whether your effort is growing.
Okay.
You know what a North Star is, right?
North Star?
Yeah,
I
the
mean, are you,
guide.
yes, the guide.
Yeah, the sign that things are working.
Yeah.
So
No,
go more.
we feel good about the product. I mean, it's very low competition, low reviews. We're the only US seller. So we feel confident. We're just trying, we feel it in our hearts that it's coming. And so just trying to fine tune and see where the sweet spot is for everything. So,
Yeah, I already shared with you all the component that needed.
okay.
The rule of the game, which is I just share with you,
Yep.
and just play along with it.
Okay. I
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
So
I
was it
appreciate
helpful
your
based on
time.
what I shared on that
Yeah.
North Star? It looks
Yes.
like organic has been performing really well based on your SEO. But
Yeah.
remember, everything could change, okay?
Okay.
But the best thing that you can focusing on is getting more reviews. The moment you surpass your competitor reviews,
Mhm.
that is when everything gonna start even consolidate.
Right.
So here are the non-negotiable, which I covered from last class or last Saturday.
Uh-huh.
which is the SOP for us as seller, as brand owner, and as marketer, is how can I get more sales? Every day ask yourself, how can I get more sales? How can I get more reviews? And what else can I do to get more sales and more reviews? And that's it.
So I have two more questions, if you don't mind, real quick. Have you seen people be successful without having to do like the influencer side? Coming from real estate, like I never did door knocking. It was just never my thing. I never did cold calling. And I feel like I would be reliving that if I had to like just constantly reach out to influencers. Of course, when I get big enough, I'll hire somebody to do it. And then the second question, oh gosh, I forgot the second
Let's
question.
hit the first question first.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, I would do whatever it takes to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And just look at the how much the other guy are making. And let's say if for me personally, if door knocking allow me to land two more deals, three more deals, four more deals, and making me more money, I would not hesitate to. And right now, you're not in a financial situation where you live with abundance, so may as well work harder.
Yeah.
And also, right now, you're not go out there and door knocking. You are sitting at home on your laptop with a cup of coffee in AC, have fruit by your side,
Yeah.
have AC, have everything, and you just do send few emails. That can something can hire. You first learn how to do it,
Yeah. And then,
privilege to do compared to someone door knocking.
okay.
And number two is eventually when you get it doesn't it takes some time to build a skill up, but then you can hire a VA, a virtual assistant, for $3 an hour to handle that part, or pay them per influencer closes. But you have to door knock first. We are founder,
Yeah.
but your door knock you eat our door knock. You eat door knock from your home. So
Okay.
yeah,
Perfect. Yeah.
it doesn't take that long to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank
make no excuse for now.
you.
If you
Okay.
know the reward is big enough for you near the end.
Okay.
So that's why the vision board is there for a reason. That's
Yeah.
why I want you to print down how much your competitor makes. So how much he's making right now?
Um, my direct competitor,
The smart kids,
the smart kid, like 80 something a month.
80,000.
Yeah.
Even just 10 to 20%, that's 16,000 a month from
Yeah.
his. I would door knock all day. I would do anything that it takes for me to do that from home.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes we just get a little bit too lazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just finding the right people and but yeah, no, it just makes sense. I'll just copy and paste something, you know, pretty consistent. Okay. Yeah, no, this was super helpful. I know, you went over on the time too, so I want to value your time too as well. But I appreciate all of your help.
Yeah, no worry. And remember, in life, everything that worth it will take time, will take
Mhm.
sacrifices. But in the end, I promise you, it's gonna be one of the things that's way worth it for you than anything else.
How many months did it take you to start seeing like good profits with your first product?
Yeah. So the best thing I would recommend you to go on my YouTube,
Uh-huh.
watch the case study and success interviews, so that you can see from other students.
Okay.
Have you done that yet? Or not yet?
No, not yet.
Because on there, they would share with you exactly how long did it take them. But to give you an answer, on average, it's not about the time that make it happen. It's about the effort
Mm.
that you make. Are you if you continuously, let's say, if you are a good student, you showed up, you show up, you do the homework. In this case, like constantly tweaking your offer,
Mhm.
adjusting to the market, make a judgment to find the sweet spot. On average, depending on your stock level too, and depending on the season too. Okay, it's very
Uh-huh.
a lot of time it vary. But for the low season, if you have let's say 200 units, and if your competitor are moving about 200 units a month, or let's say 500 units a month, then it could
Hmm.
take you um, 1 month to run out of your first batch. And usually on the second batch and the third batch, that's when you're gonna see the tree starting to pop out the fruit for you, fruitfully.
Okay.
And that could take up to 3 to 4 months total.
Okay.
Consider that we are shipping new batches from China to Amazon warehouse and furthermore.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I share with you is learn to write things down. Because when
Okay.
you write things down, it's a lot easier for you to plan and prepare in advance. Many successful people that I know are great planner,
Hmm.
unless you don't feel like you're one. But I know you are, so please write that down.
Okay.
On your second batch and the third batch, you're gonna have your reputation built, right? This one is no different than in real estate. So let me ask you real quick. In real estate, how long did it take for someone, for a new realtor or an investor, to land their first deal or start making cash?
It can take a long time, but I went with a reload company, so but I was doing it for a huge discount. So, but yeah, for most people, it can take them up to a year.
Uh-huh.
So,
But for you right now, you already see sales, right?
right.
And it's the same fundamental. You're serving actual human being. You're not serving like like someone else. You're serving actual human being. Human
Yeah.
beings love a good deal,
Yeah.
and you already see a sales. So my point is focus on focus on the progress. Don't focus on when can I make money,
Okay.
because when you are doing the right things, money will come.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the money will come on the second batch, the third batch when the reviews is established, the sale velocity is established, and try not to run out of stock.
Okay. I remember my question now. Uh, Vine, right? I've thought about Vine, but like our product is so expensive. Is it something that you would recommend to try to get reviews for a product, this expensive?
Um, like I shared with you earlier, it's really narrowed down to your situation.
Right.
Let's say if you are a multi-millionaire and you just want things fast,
Right.
and like I shared with you earlier, review is one of the key components to grow this tree. It's like the soil, the the water, something like that.
Yeah.
You have to really asking yourself, what are my current situation? Am I allowed to do it? But based on what you share, it seems like it's not a viable option for you considering that you have a limited budget. So that's why you could ask yourself, what are the other outcomes that I could do? Like what are the other sources that I could do? So the best bet, as always, write down your pro and cons and look at your situation. And whichever that are more than the other, it usually are the North Star.
Understood.
Yeah.
Perfect.
In mentorship, what I try my best is I try my best to help you come up with your own decision making process.
Right.
Mentor is no different than a parents trying to help their kids grow.
Yeah.
And this journey is Amazon. You are new and you're Amazon kids.
Yeah.
So write out the pros and cons and find an alternative. If that is not the case, we're just giving out our reviews.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Justin, for your time.
Anytime. Was everything helpful and was it everything well explained that allow you to understand from where I'm coming from?
Yes, it was very clear, and it just allowed me to kind of refocus on what matters.
Yeah. In life, if you focus on what matters the most, things just fall into place. So, looking to serve, give, uh, do the right thing to your audience, your customer, and good thing will come. And ultimately, remember, you have to live and act and do things planned so that it's give you not from a scarce mindset. Because when you are afraid, it's hard to operate.
Right.
All
Yeah.
right. So far everything is good, right? The support from the community, from the mentor, and everything is well explained, right?
Yes. Yes. Everything's great. Thank you, Justin.
Anytime. And how was your overall experience? Would you recommend this to it?
Yes, I mean, I've already recommended you guys twice on Trustpilot, so I mean, I would have never like have got this far without you guys or with another program. So I'm extremely grateful for that.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, you know. And with our program, what do you think that are the things that stand out between us and them?
Uh, I think it's the available coaching that you guys have just throughout Discord and the knowledge of your crew and your team. Um, yeah, everything is just very clear and precise. So
I'm happy to hear that. And that's just like how you talk to a customer, right? I talk
yes,
to you so that I know how to improve
yeah,
on this. And again, I'm doing this as just my hobbies. I still make money with my Amazon business, but I'm glad to hear this. It's
yeah.
like I share with you, the habit carry. My Amazon business becomes successful because I focus on my customer.
Mhm.
Same with my coaching business, I focus on you guys because I
Right.
want to see you guys successful because you guys were just like me. So the takeaway here is focus on the customer and the money will come.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, anytime. Stay strong, stay planned, and have the right strategy and stay proactive. Okay. Join the classes
Okay.
and be a good network and find the right people to surround yourself with. That's what we are here for.
Okay. I
All right.
will.
Thank you. And
Okay.
all right. You have a wonderful day. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Justin.
Mhm.
Bye.
Yeah. You can drop off
Okay.
and do a quick outro.
Okay.
All right, everyone. I hope that you guys able to learn from this session, from our private coaching session. Usually, this is we don't share all of it. We only share a few recording that we know for sure that are gonna be helping a lot of you guys because right now, to be honest, there are so many misinformation out there from many unqualified teacher, and that's why I wanna share this because I hope this video, okay, my only hope is this video would help just one of you is enough for our entire Amazon Shifu team, as well as for my mentor Charlie to be happy. And this, remember that you have to take action, okay? Because on everything in life will become fruitful only when you take action from this. So I challenge you guys to take action. I challenge you guys to learn more because for you guys to be financially free, to be able to make more than your 9 to 5 job, to be able to be your own boss. All it takes is just action. So make no excuses. 1% more every single day. And remember, we have a ton of tutorials and free guides in our website at amzshifu.com. As well, if you need inspirational videos, follow me on Justin the Hanjo on Instagram. I'll drop the video description in the chat for everyone here to follow along. And if you would like to be mentored by me and my entire team, along with my mentor, and surrounding yourself with the right people, good community, good people, DM me on Instagram at Justin De Huncho, the word mentor, or click the link in the video description to apply. We are not taking everyone, we are very selective. with who we work with. But if you are selected after went through interviews, we will be able to help, and we're gonna guarantee that we're gonna be here until you become successful. And if you don't give up, we're not gonna give up on you. Just like how you listened to one of our student earlier, she has a lot of family stuff, and she stayed over time with us, and we still make sure that we take care of her. And same for you. We don't just say it, we do it, and we live it by example. And to wrap up this video, thank you again, and follow this video and share this with people that you know that's going to be helpful for you. And comment in the chat if there's anything that you would like to listen to in the next episode. And that way I can select which one that would be great to help you guys make the Amazon world better and make your life better 1% more every single day. Peace for now, guys. Seafood Justin is out. All right, guys.